Dak, we saw you at Highland Park last year. You're out here in Frisco this year. What's the best part of just being out here with these kids?
Yeah, just the genuine reaction and interaction when you surprise the kids. When we first walked in there, just their reaction of literally them working out, not thinking anything of it, turning around thinking that was their coach blowing the whistle out, of seeing me and seeing the reaction, them running up and just how excited they were, them embracing me. It was great. It was fun, and that's what it's about.
You're coming off a win. We saw you run a lot yesterday. How are you feeling, and how do you balance wanting to use those skills and not wanting it to take a toll on you physically?
Yeah, I mean, I feel fine. Obviously, a little sore, and that happens when you take when you run as much as I did and take some of those licks. But I feel fine and I feel good, and it's just about managing those licks, managing who I'm deciding. Okay, I can try to break this tackle versus being a defensive back versus a linebacker, or obviously getting down if it's a D lineman or somebody behind you trying to get you. So it's about being smart, knowing when to take that risk. And if I feel like I'm bigger than the person or heavier than the person, that's a chance I'm going to take.
And Coach Garrett has said that he trusts you with that, and some of that's probably instinct, and some of it's probably from your running days when you ran a lot more at Mississippi State.
Right.
How comfortable did you get with play action, with RPOs, with read option in college, and how does that translate now?
Yeah, I mean, so comfortable. That's when I was taught all of that game, and I had a great coach in Coach Mullen, great quarterback coaches, Brian Johnson, all of them just doing a good job of teaching me that game and then teaching me who to read, when to read it. If a defensive guy goes that way, it turns from an RPO pretty much to a read option. So they did a really good job of making me pretty much an expert, I guess you can say, at that level of knowing that RPO system. So now that we're using it in the Cowboys and open up, it's only going to help our offense more.
Were you hesitant at first? I mean, coming in, people said, oh, he can run the ball, but can he throw it?
Right.
So when you were a rookie last year, did you feel like you had to show people you could throw and stay in the pocket, and then you can run, but that you still want to be the guy that throws in the pocket first?
Yeah, I mean, my game's never been trying to prove what people say I can or can't do. I enjoy sitting in the pocket and throwing in the pocket. And so when the pocket's clean and the pocket's pretty, that's something that I'd pay to do. I want to do that. That's what a true quarterback does. But I'm an athlete and I have the ability to run, so it's about using it to my strengths and taking advantage of the defense. So it's important to use that as well and not just be one-way quarterback when you've got the option to have both.
We're reporting that Bryce Butler is coming back to the Cowboys. You already have 6 guys that you've been going to, kind of a committee approach. What do you think he can add, and where do things stand right now with your dynamic with your receivers?
Yeah, I mean, the receivers we have are great, every single one of them. And we've worked really hard on everything that we've done, and we've got a long way to go, but we've got the right attitude and the right approach as we're going forward. But Bryce is a guy that I've been comfortable with my last 2 years, and I know what he can offer. I know he can stretch the defense deep. He can win over the top. He's a great route runner, and I know with Coach Sanjay only helping him, he's only going to become better. But to where we stand on that, I leave that to the people that get paid to make those decisions.
You were talking about how you kind of respond to a loss, like you just have to go get better. But how do you respond to a win? Like, so did you watch the film late last night? Is that coming up later today? What do you do the day after a win?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched it 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, TV copy once, and then obviously watched it on tape twice. So I mean, you still want to get better. As I was saying, I mean, there's a lot of things in that game that I need to get better at, that I missed throws. I could have had a touchdown throw there, should have thrown it there. It would have been a big play here or there. So it's a lot of things that you want to get back to work and do that. But that's what this morning was for. I was there early this morning watching the film with the quarterbacks and going over it and figuring out where we need to get better going forward to the Seahawks.
How early was this? And did everyone watch it 3 times? I mean, you were probably, or was that just you that watched it 3 times already today?
I mean, I watched it once last night, once this morning, then came in and watched it again with the quarterbacks. So, but I'm sure guys watch it multiple times. I just like to watch the TV copy because it gives you a different perspective from the game. So I mean, or from the film we watch. So that's kind of the reason I watch it. But a lot of guys watch it over and over.
Going to Seattle this weekend, it was a pretty momentous occasion in your career in preseason 2016. Do you think about that at all, or is it all the Seattle defense, the 12s, and just the challenge you have there?
Yeah, no, it's just the challenge. You don't necessarily think about, as you said, that monumental game, I guess, for me, as much as soon as you think Seattle, you think of the 12s, you think of that environment, you think about that was only preseason game 3, and I know that's kind of the simulated regular season game, and and how loud it was, and just that atmosphere and that environment. And it makes you ready to go back and see how it is for a real game, and excited for the team that we have going in.
Thank you very much, Dak. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.